After visiting Simala, it's time for us to go to Dumaguete. First, we traveled to the main highway, which is a few kilometers away from Simala. Then we waited for a bus which goes to Barangay Liloan in Santander, Cebu. Going here, we passed by Argao, Dalaguete, Alcooy, Boljun, and Oslob before reaching Santander. From Simala, it took us around 2 hours to complete the travel. The bus dropped us off to the Fast Crab Wharf. Then we bought a ticket going to Dumaguete. It was just around a few hundred pesos. The wharf is small with open air and air-conditioned waiting area, which also sells meals and snacks. Then we waited for more passengers to arrive before letting us to board the vessel. Inside the vessel was just a few benches, and it was comfortable enough for this very short travel of just around 25 minutes. Upon arrival at the port, there were a few tricycles waiting for passengers and easy rides going to the city. But the locals told me to just go straight out to look for the local tricycle, as it will possibly not ask for more than the usual price. Fair enough, they helped me out, learning that from the port in Sibulan to Dumaguete is just 20 pesos, which is just around 6 kilometers. While riding and looking outside, I can feel that everything here seems relaxed, even though it's the same urban city like the other provinces I've been. A few minutes after, I arrived in the city center. So I've been traveling from Cebu City since at around 9 a.m. And then I went to Simala Shrine in the southern part of Cebu. And now, after more than 5 hours of traveling, I am happy to tell you that welcome to Dumaguete City, the city of gentle people. So behind me is the government center of NEGROS Oriental. And this will be our starting point for our 2-day stay here in Dumaguete City. So once again, this is Dumaguete, the capital of Negros Oriental. Though I've been traveling since morning, upon seeing this gentle place, every stress from my body seems to fade away, and I felt my energy jump up a little. Where I am today is at the Ninoy Aquino Freedom Park, where the provincial capital is located. At this time of the day, there were a lot of people, mostly students, resting and chatting after their school hours. This park is filled with lush green color from the plants and trees around that gives it a very relaxing atmosphere. That's why I think it is chosen by many to rest after a long stressful school day. On the other hand, there were others too doing Zumba on the further side of the park. Earlier, just nearby this park, I saw this beautiful church, also filled with lush greenery. This is the Our Mother of Perpetual Help Church. Its architecture is unique, with a portico fixed with butterfly roof and supported by tapering post. And atop, there is a trapezoidal entrance, and above is an arch opening with a rose window containing the image of the patron. A Celtic cross can also be found at the peak of the facade, as well as on the apex of the three-post bell tower in the epicel side. Afterwards, we walked on the side of SILLIMAN University, where a few students are doing murals on the walls. Walking more, we saw a few stores and restaurants in front of the SILLIMAN University gates. We passed by it. And we reach the Flores Avenue area of Dumaguete, famous for its nightlife. While walking, we saw this spot, Sisters of St. Paul Chartres, which commemorates the arrival of the nuns of St. Paul of Chartres to help in the children's education in Negros Island in the year 1904. We walk furthermore, then we arrive at the Rizal Boulevard. Here, plenty of souvenirs, photo spots, resting area, kids play spots can be found. During my visit, there were people learning taekwondo and people playing chess too. I guess this is where most people head during the afternoon and nighttime. Moving furthermore is where you can have a massage or have some dinner of famous Negros cuisine. The next morning, so this is not an sponsored post, pero pinapakita ko kasi nagandahan ako dito sa kanilang room. Napakalinis, napakamakulay. Maliit yung kwarto pero ang ganda. Cozy siya and very relaxing. Ito yung MY Hotel dito yan sa Dumaguete. O tingnan ninyo, di ba? Napakamakulay. Napakamura lang nito at ang gusto ko pa dito na kahit sa murang halaga, meron silang buffet breakfast na susubukan natin. The breakfast is included in the room price. It was simple, but it was complete with protein, fruits, and vegetables, and a few breakfast options. There were also a pool, but I did not try it out. I spent my day mostly walking around the city area and finding out what Dumaguete is all about. It was a small city, all within easy reach, but complete in the sense of needs. Prices here is a bit more cheaper than other provinces I've been to. And seafoods is also plentiful, especially in the restaurants. There were also few malls in the area, and that's it. Unless you're willing to travel to the outskirts, where you will find most of the tourist spots. One of the most distinguished schools in the Philippines can be found here. This is the SILLIMAN University, where we went inside to visit its museum. The museum was established in 1970 by Dr. Hubert Reynolds, an American missionary member of Christian Church and a former anthropology professor in Silliman, to house the collection of the Cultural Research Center that started in 1964. The museum was formerly housed at Silliman Hall, the university's oldest building, for more than 4 decades. But due to the structural integrity, it was transferred to Hibbard Hall's second floor. In the year 2015, Dr. David S. Hibbard, to whom the building was named, was the first president of Silliman University, and his wife, Laura C. Hibbard, was the university's first faculty. This building as well is part of the project of Dr. Paul Doltz called the Greater Silliman Fund to raise money to build the needed infrastructure in the campus. Inside the museum, priceless collection of archaeological items from excavation all over Negros, parts of Mindanao, and collected ethnological items from the various indigenous group around the country is stored. Like these burial jars, jewelries, and various things found from the dug-up sites. Different crystals and stones can also be found on the collection. Battle gears, various medicine, and even priceless treasures is stored. There were even a few collections donated by the public. Pictures of various sultans and their gears is also included in the collection. Lastly, historical pieces and equipment of Silliman University is stored in the museum. Inside the university, you can also find a few restaurants and shop if you are in the lookout. There is also a zoo, but I haven't been when I visited. Outside the university, The Port of Dumaguete is located where passengers to Manila, Cebu City, Dipolog, and a few others can take a ride. Night falls and we came back to the Flores Avenue and the Boulevard once again. And to end the night, we went to the famous San Cristobal Cakes and Pastries to enjoy their famous desserts. On the few days I've been around the city, watching the people and being one of them, I can proudly say that truly Dumaguete should be visited by many and also to enjoy their unique kindness. Again, this is Dumaguete, the city of gentle people.